So I will be laughing and smiling throughout this entire story, despite the fact that this is probably, I'm already laughing, probably the worst experience that I possibly can recall happening in my young life. A guy who I was dating left me for another guy who ended up being more attractive than me, so good times. I watched it all happen while I dug my own grave. You know, I was literally just chiseling in my name in my tombstone, and I looked and I was like, oh, a new picture with him and his boyfriend. Let me chisel a little bit fucking faster. Gotta get into the fucking ground. But literally, like I said, I'm gonna be smiling, joking, laughing, but this was actually, I think, the most depressed I had ever been in my life. So, like I said, cheers, drink to that. Woo, drinks on me all around at the bar. He left me for another man. Woo. So I met this boy through YouTube. I know, YouTube, of all places. And no, it's not Travis Bryan, before everyone says that, who I also did meet through YouTube, but it is, this was in the before time. If you guys, this was back when I was clothed on YouTube, back when my thumbnails were clothed. So we talked a few days through texting. We sexted each other pictures of our assholes. No, I'm just kidding. So we were talking for a little while, and one day he was like, oh my god, Jack, I'm gonna be visiting LA. And he did. Like, I was in LA, and he legit came to visit me, and we hung out. We didn't bareback. We didn't do anything. We didn't even hook up. We didn't even kiss. We didn't do anything. We just literally, he went out to West Hollywood with me. We also went to Denny's, or was IHOP. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, after we got our pancakes, I shit you not, this sounds like a John Green novel, I'm aware, but we climbed up a hill and we watched stars and we talked. Did I stand a chance? Like, I was hit by feels. This guy eventually flew back home. I ended up going back to Pennsylvania, and we kept talking, we kept like flirting a little bit, and he was like, let me come visit you in Pennsylvania. And at that point in my life, I was like, no. I had been cheated on. And I know it sounds bitchy, but I was like, I don't want to open myself up to somebody else, because literally at that point in my life, I don't think I could handle rejection. LOL, spoiler alert, happened anyway. So I said no, and he was like, Jack, please let me come visit you. And I was like, okay, why the fuck not? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, you come visit me and then you break up with me and then I sink into depression and die? Oh, it's not like my life is literally Lemony Snicket's a series of unfortunate events. So anyway, I was like, okay, fine, you come visit me. So then he flew out to Pennsylvania. We had a good time. We built a fort. He ate my ass in the fort. I'm just saying it. He ate my ass in the fort. I think I talked about that in a video. He ate my ass in the fort. We ended up going to the beach. We ended up going to New York City. There was a picture where I was on a rowboat with this guy, which again, what the fuck? It was in Central Park on a rowboat. How am I not gonna get feels? That's like the fa la 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 kiss the girl scene in Little Mermaid, only it's in a disgusting Central Park river, swamp. Anyway, he goes home, he flies back home, and this is where everything decayed. This is where everything died, and I, like I said, spiraled out of control. So he went home. A few days later, I got a package in the mail. He had made me like a playlist on CDs. I made him a playlist. This sounds like a fucking 80s movie. Literally, can you blame me? Like, comment below. Would you have caught feels for somebody who did this? So we kept talking. Everything was fine. We were seeing each other and it was serious. And my conversations with him were deeper than most guys that I had ever met. And then one day, randomly, unexpectedly, everything changed 100%. The tone changed with his text. Everything changed. And let me just say, this is a lesson, everyone. Always trust your gut. The second I noticed, like, something was a little bit weird about the way he was texting me, the way he was talking with me, my gut was telling me something is very wrong. Pull out your feelings. You are gonna get fucked hard up the ass. But there I was, like, giggle, 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 he's probably just busy, that's why he's not texting me. Other thing that I want to say, they're never fucking busy. They're busy barebacking another guy. Like, that's what they're busy doing. Do not accept, I'm busy, he's probably busy. So he all at once stopped flirting with me. He all at once stopped being sexual. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give it some space and everything will be okay. So I gave it some space and everything wasn't okay. So after a while I was going insane and I was like, okay, I'm gonna fuck shit up. I am gonna confront this guy and be like, what the fuck? And when I finally confronted him, he told me, he was like, listen, I've been doing some thinking and I don't want to advance the relationship any further. I think we're both just gonna get hurt in the long run. I'm just stuck where I am and you're stuck in PA or LA. Like, then what's gonna happen? All these are valid points, by the way. I just don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear reality. I want to keep living in my little fantasy dream bubble where everything's going to work out and we're going to get married and adopt 3 different children and they're all going to be valedictorian at the same fucking time. And at the time, my fucking gut was like, there's somebody else. He's seeing somebody else. But I brushed that aside because he assured me up and down like, no, there's nobody else, fucking Pinocchio liar. There's nobody else. I'm very picky. I'm not going to be entering into a relationship with anybody else. Fucking wooden puppet boy Pinocchio, a liar. Do you have Jiminy Cricket in your fucking pocket? So here I am, king of the dumbasses, king of the fools, holding on to hope that things would go back to normal, but in the coming weeks, everything kept getting worse. I just watched everything just falling. And I cared about him. I cared about him very deeply, and I feel like I was going insane. Is this even fucking focused? I feel like I was going insane. About a month into it, I was like, okay, you know what? This is like, I'm at the end of my rope. The last thing that I'm gonna say to this kid is, I understand you're afraid of being hurt, but you know what? I was nervous when I welcomed you into my life. Just please let me visit. I can visit in October, or I can visit in November. And all these fucking excuses started coming. October's homecoming, like October there's Halloween, I'm gonna be hunting this weekend. And I remember I was at fucking Applebee's eating a chicken tender basket when I was texting him about this, and he was like, no, I'm too busy this weekend, too busy this weekend, too busy this weekend. And I remember my friend was like, you know what, fuck that. Why can't you come visit during homecoming? Why can't you come visit during Halloween? And I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. And then I, ate my chicken tender basket, like, dipping it in the fucking honey mustard, like, like stabbing it into the honey mustard. At that point I gave up. I tried calling him a few times on the phone because we stuck on the phone back during the time that we were kind of seeing each other, and I remember it was like there was always excuses about why he couldn't talk. So I was like, okay, you know what, I'm done. I have to be done with this. So you know what, I pulled back. It was difficult, but I pulled back. This was the lowest point probably of my life. I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I was stuck in Pennsylvania. I had just been cheated on. There was like a death in the family. There were multiple deaths in the family that year, and like everything was just fucked up. Like I said, life decided it wanted to be a dildo and fuck me raw. And one day there I was sleeping beauty in my bed, dreaming about who the fuck knows, but I was woken by a text from a dear friend saying, why does this guy's name have a boyfriend now? And I remember I was like, silly Brienne, he doesn't have a boyfriend, it's probably his friend, probably his brother, probably his cousin. But again, my gut was like, fuck, something isn't right. So I hadn't been on his Facebook in a really long time, and when I finally logged on, I saw he was in a relationship with another boy, and had been for about a month. For a good while. This guy was in a relationship and I had no idea. A fucking relationship with another boy, with a dick, with balls, with a taint, with testicles, in another fucking relationship. I remember when I saw that he was in a relationship, you know that meme where the guy's like looking at that? Like, that's what I did. Like, I went from this meme to fucking this. Didn't really fast murder, ready to take a fucking life. I was still texting the boy about planning to see him, planning to fly in to see him in October when he was in a relationship. Like, why was your reasoning like, oh, like, I'm busy, homecoming's happening, this is happening? You just say you're in a fucking relationship. And you know why he was busy on homecoming and I couldn't come on homecoming or Halloween? It's because this boy was with him. Because there were pictures of him and this boy together on homecoming, on Halloween. And what gets me the most pissed off, that time at the very beginning when I noticed there was a tone shift in him, when he told me he didn't want to pursue things with me anymore because he was going to be busy and he was afraid he was going to be hurt and he didn't know what was going to happen in the long run, that very weekend was the weekend that he started hanging out with this new boy, because I looked back on it and there were pictures. So that's why this happened. That's why this happened. It wasn't that you were too busy with school. It wasn't that you were nervous about being hurt. It's that you met somebody else and that you were gonna start dating somebody else and you didn't want to tell me. So you know what? Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, life. Thank you, this boy. Thank you, everything. Literally, Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Season 2, I creeped the fuck out of the guy he was seeing, and what made matters worse is he was attractive. I saw these pictures of him shirtless, and I was like, fuck. He is more attractive than me. He was beautiful, and I was just like, Curse you, Dinkelberg. Like, why? Because if he was ugly, I could have at least been like, ha 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 ha. But he was more attractive than me, so I had nothing. No hope, no nothing. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm on fine terms with this guy. I know I seem a little bit upset because, like, oh, who wouldn't be recounting this story? It kind of makes my blood boil a little bit, but like, I'm a forgiving person. I'm sure he had issues with me that he forgave me for. Whatever, it's in the past. We've moved on. I'm a different person. He's a different person. But at the end of the day, all I'm gonna say is, like, I will never fault you for not liking me. I will never fault you for wanting to pursue things with somebody who lives closer to you. But you know what I will fault you for? Not telling me. I will fault you for not being honest with me. And granted, maybe you didn't lie to me, but you didn't tell me. I had to find out through Facebook. I had to find out because my friend found out through Facebook and told me, and that's what hurt the most. You were supposed to be one of my, like, good friends, and I didn't even know you were in a relationship. I had to find out through the internet that you were dating somebody new. Like, that is what fucked me over. That's what made me the most upset. It's okay, though. Everything's okay. I don't want anyone commenting. He was such an asshole. Like, comment your thoughts. Literally, I don't even know what I want you guys to say in the comment section below. It was just hard. And you know what? I know my worth as a person, and a lot of people think that I'm this slutty boy on YouTube who's gonna fuck you and you're gonna have like a good time because I'm a slut and I'm really sexual, but you know what? That's not who I am. I know my worth, and all of you should know your worth too. I know who I am. I'm not the type of boy who's a one-night stand who you fuck over. Like, I'm the type of boy who, like, I will make a good parent one day. I will make a good dad one day. I'm loving. I'm caring. You know, I'm the type of boy who will lay in the grass with you and look at the stars and talk to you about the future and life and everything. I'm the type of boy who will understand why you get sad now when you watch fireworks, because they don't make you as happy as you were when you were a kid. I understand that and I relate to that, and that's who I am. I know my worth. You guys should all know your worth, and don't let anyone fucking take away your confidence or your self-esteem. So that being said, I'm done with this video. I'm done with this rant. This is a story time video that, damn, brings back crazy ass memories over here. Fuck. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want another video by me, I will link below. I don't even know my videos from last week. I like made a whole video where I'm like half naked in a shower. It's called Come Shower With Me, where it's a whole, that is a fucking ridiculous video. There's a skit, it involves a green screen, it involves me bitching about gay men who don't shower. So that will be linked in the description box below. Also, I will link below last week's video as well, where I talk about my experience as a closeted gay athlete in high school. That's a more serious video. It's not too serious. It's a Jack Merridew video, so it's nothing crazy serious, but that will also be linked below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it is jmerridew. Snapchat is jmerridew as well, and my Twitter is official Jack M. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you guys so much. Give this video a thumbs up if you want more story times. Comment below with your thoughts, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Yes, Mickey! Yes, Peter Pan!